My dog keeps boogering all over me. It's not that I don't love him, because I do. He's my favorite. But the boogers I could live without. Hi everybody, welcome to our channel, or welcome back to our channel.
If you're new.
Thank you, Chris. Ben is outside carrying groceries, and the only reason I went ahead and started this is because it's getting so late. It's after 7 o'clock here, and I want it to get uploaded before midnight. So, yeah. Hi.
There's that.
Hello, baby. Did you miss your mommy a little bit? I think you did. So, okay. So it's hot today. It was hot. And we were out doing shopping, and the air conditioner's still out in my car. And I was just like, oh, you know what? They are selling gelato over at Taco Bell. And they both love Baja Blast. So I said, let's go over and get a couple. $4 a piece for a gelato. Now I'm looking for a gelato about like that. Or even like that, right? It's smaller in person. It is tiny. It's 3 ounces. Yeah, 3 ounces. But they both said it was absolutely delicious. But I'm still not paying $4 for another one. It reminded me of those little cups you got of ice cream when we were kids, and they came with a plastic spoon, or not plastic, wooden spoon. And sometimes they would have like chocolate down in them or strawberry. And they remind me of that, only smaller. Benny, fix her sheet before you go.
My what?
Fix Grandma's sheet before you go. So we went grocery shopping. Sadly, we were low on meat, so there went all our money. Goodness. Goodness graciousness. Goodness graciousness.
Stuff is really stuck to paper, Mom.
Oh yeah, what are you trying to get?
My food.
Your quesadillas?
Yeah.
Ben got tacos and Chris got quesadillas, and I got nachos.
I got tacos because I had a free one.
Yeah, he did. He had a free taco from saving up points.
Yep.
I believe
And
they
I
owe us
ended
a
up
couple
popping
more
the
after
Poppy
those
Award again.
gelatos. What?
And it said I popped the reward again.
Oh. It'll be a while before we go back. Do you remember back in the day when you'd been out drinking or something and you wanted to eat and you wanted something really cheap? Taco Bell. Every time, Taco Bell. Taco Bell is no longer the cheapest place in town. Not even close. And their food isn't really any better, so I don't know, dude. And there's always a huge line at the one here in Delaware on 23. I think I might sneeze a little bit, Wolfle, I might sneeze at you. You have to warn him because he's scared of sneezes. By the time I get done warning him, though, the urge is past.
You're a good boy, Wolf.
Because Mommy says it never does it. And then she never ever snuzzles at them.
He's a good boy.
But oh my gosh. We went to Meijer today. Had no ice cream. Which was the one darn thing Mom said she wanted, was an ice cream. So we had to go over to Kroger's and get that. And they didn't have any lima beans. What kind of grocery store doesn't have lima beans? They got pinto beans in 3 different brands. They have lentils. They have Great Northern. They have all kinds of beans, but no limas. Butter beans is what we call them, and they're delicious if you cook them right. So good. We like to cook them up to where the center starts coming out of the skin and thickening the broth, and they're just delicious. I was going to make some for Mom, but now I got to find them somewhere. Mom, Myers isn't selling lima beans anymore.
Wow.
I was so shocked. It's a big store.
Yeah, you might be luckier in a small store.
Yeah, I'm going to try Kroger. They have a bigger bean section.
Yeah.
And they don't have my pork gravy anymore either. I had to get brown gravy.
Oh.
Now that I'm irritated about.
Yeah.
I might have to order that from Amazon or something, you know.
You might.
Might have to do it, Wolves. Wolfens. He's a good boy. He was home with Grandma all day. And Grandma had a day.
Oh, yeah.
Grandma had a hell of a day, didn't you, Grandma?
Yeah.
She had a doctor's appointment this afternoon. So she got all cleaned up and did her hair and took a bath and washed her feet extra good because she's borderline diabetic and has a boo-boo on them. She knew the doctor was going to want to see it. So she's all ready. She goes out and sits in her wheelchair to wait for the ride to pick her up. And they don't show up, and they don't show up, and they never show up. Did they call you finally? Then they called her and said, we ain't coming. So she had to call the doctor and say, I can't come because my ride never showed up.
Yeah.
And by the time we knew what was going on, it was too late for me to take her.
Yeah.
And it was just a train wreck.
Yeah.
And now she can't get in to see the doctor until December 23rd. Which I'm not mad at the doctor about that. I'm mad at the transportation about that. See, I hate dealing with transportation. You know I do. It's bad enough when they do show up.
Yeah.
Ugh. Anyway,
Oh.
what else can I bitch about?
Oh. The sun was hot.
The sun was hot today. Grandma got her top of her head sunburnt. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think I'm joking. Those two
Feels
burns,
like it.
I believe it. Feels hot, does it?
Mhm.
Those two burns on my arm still are marked and showing. They're going to show for a while.
Yeah, you should use one.
They're down to just red lines. See them? They look a little darker in person, but that's what they look like. And they have no stiffness, no soreness, no discomfort in any way, and they don't pull like burns pull, which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing like tearing up a burn that's already burned.
There's nothing like a burn like an aloe blade.
Tell you what, if you don't have one, you should go get an aloe plant. Save my butt. I remember one time I got was it 2nd or 3rd degree sunburn? I was close to being put in the hospital for
Yeah.
it. My shoulders, twice in my life I've done this, my shoulders looked like scales and they cracked open and blood seeped out between them, and serous fluid too, but
Yeah.
but blood, and that's scary when your sunburn is
Yeah.
so bad that you crack open and bleed. So I went to the doctor, and it wasn't my regular doctor because he was busy. So they sent me over to like the clinic there at Doctor's West. And I met a very nice doctor there. He was Oriental. I believe he was Japanese. But don't quote me on that because I'm not real confident. But he was Japanese or Chinese, one or the other. And I was told, and I just don't remember. But anyway, he was a nice young man. Probably older than he looked, but he was a nice young man. And so he's like, oh, you shouldn't do this. And I told him I had sunblock on when it happened. And he's like, you've got to take better care of yourself. Now you'll have to watch that for the rest of your life for cancer and da-da-da-da-da-da. And then he said, but there is something you can do in the meantime. Get aloe and just slather it thickly with aloe. And
it works better if you can do it immediately.
and I did.
Yeah.
But all
Well,
I had,
mean, when did you get into it?
well, I came in and saw what had happened and put a bottle of aloe, put that on it. But I didn't have a plant because I was stupid at that time. But anyway, so then he says to me, then go to the health food store and get a bottle of aloe juice to help heal you from the inside. And I'm like, doubtful, right? And I know aloe tastes bad. So I'm like, really? And he's like, no, really, it really will help. I'm pretty sure it helped because I got over that sunburn really quick and it was not worth it. I paid like $7 for a single serving bottle that gagged me. I had to gag it down. But after I paid that much for it, I wasn't wasting it. Oh, it was horrible. Ooh. It was one of the worst things I've ever tasted in my life. Mom's over there going, yeah. And I used to have to put alum on the inside of my lips to keep my braces from tearing my mouth up. That tastes bad too.
Yes. But not like aloe.
Nothing tastes bad like aloe. It's its own class.
Triple A
Mhm.
global flavor.
It's its own deal. But anyway,
I mean, you'll use it and then you'll accidentally.
yeah, yes, I've done that before. I've gotten it on my hand because I have a burn, and then got that hand to touch my food, and you take it up and you get like aloe flavored chicken, and that's even worse. Oh, it's awful. It's horrible.
I'm just gonna-
So you got to be careful with your aloe.
Don't let
Oh,
kids
that's
eat
up
it.
in the-
It's never a puffer.
Oh. We use aloe on Chris's sores sometimes, don't we, Chris?
Yeah,
Do you feel like it helps?
it does help.
I use it on burning plastic on another,
I remember that.
and it was blistering. I mean, you could see it rising,
Yep.
and when you put the aloe on, it went right back there.
That's the way the bottom one on my arm did. It just started coming up, and it wasn't no time before I hollered for that aloe,
I know.
and it was already starting to blister. I really fried it. Screaming hot skillet. I hate burning myself. Nobody likes it, I don't think, but
No, I don't know.
there might be one or two
I had a
weirdos.
ball.
You had a blast, didn't you? No, I'm tender. I'm tender, and some burn that doesn't really bother somebody else that much is a big deal to my little fair, white, lily skin. You know what I mean?
Hey, Mom.
This is me with a suntan.
Speaking of
See?
Bernie stuff, I've seen ads
I do have a
for a
suntan.
new Roku show they have called Hot Ones.
Yeah?
And it's a host and a special guest at a table with a bunch of different really, really spicy hot sauces.
Oh,
They
yeah,
have
we saw
wings.
the ads for that. They had the girl that plays Wednesday Addams, and she was like, delicious.
Yeah. Well, she's
They had a special guest. You can see a clip on YouTube that was, I thought, they had to put that over the actor's head to make him look like the character. But they had the guy who voices Donald Duck currently for Disney. But when they had the segment filmed, they superimposed Donald Duck over his actor. And it was incredible how they executed it,
Cool.
according to the comments. I haven't watched it yet, but the comments showed on the page said,
Big dog.
incredible how they did this.
You know, for somebody who is tan, I look pretty pale today. I don't know if I'm pale or if it's just the camera. Might just be the camera.
I'm guessing.
I look like Casper over here. Anyway,
Potential spam caller. I'm not going to answer.
I don't blame you on that one.
It says it's Lockbourne, Ohio. I don't even know anybody from there.
Me neither.
Nearly in a voicemail.
And everything got in, Ben?
Yep.
You better go start putting stuff up, Chris.
I'm seeing if I need to eat some more of this or if I'm going to do it.
Then,
So it'll be a tiny 30 seconds.
Hey, Ben. Grandma's calling you.
I can't hear.
Well, come here.
Oh, hang on. Speaking of the calls and stuff, I had a couple strange calls the other day.
Uh-huh.
They were both from the same number in the same town. The first one left a message. That was really weird. Some guy kept interrupting him. He's like talking to him instead of leaving a message. And it was weird. And then I got one that rang once and hung up without leaving a message from the same number. But I think it was either from Newark or some strange place in Ohio I've been to once, you know?
Okay. Weird.
But the only words you can make out is, hey man, I'm making a call, I'm okay. That's the only part I could hear from the guy talking to the other guy.
Huh.
some guy picked up your drunken friend.
Be my guess.
He must have dialed the wrong number then, 'cause I did not know the number and I did not answer it. And,
Hey, Ben.
Ben,
Hang on still.
hang on still.
so yeah, that was my weird couple calls earlier this week.
We spent too much at the grocery store. We got meat.
You right?
It was ice cream.
Hang on a
Please and
moment.
thank you. We got
Christopher hasn't started to put up.
2 pork tenderloins, which I know you guys are probably getting tired of it, but they had them for buy one get one for $1, which makes them half
Once it
price.
hits 26, and I don't
So-
start eating, I'll put them up then.
And then we got 2 beef roasts. Did we get anything else? I don't think we did.
Breakfast stuff.
Oh, and breakfast stuff, sausage. And then we ran out of money. Funny how that happens.
Yep.
Only thing I meant to get and I forgot because I didn't see where they were was I was going to let the kids get some little smokies and barbecue them because they like that so well, you know. But we
Good
ended
luck
up
finding it right
stopping
now.
at Taco Bell, so who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Wolfie says play you into. Wolfie says walk the dog.
You want an apple?
Oh. There went my spleen. Pretty sure it's hanging off the end of that dog's foot. Huh,
Come here, Wolfie.
he's a killer. Ben, stop what you're doing and walk him real quick.
Ready? I was just getting ready to toss something.
Oh, did you show one thing, Mom?
What?
Did you show the cup?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Never
It's
again am I paying $4 for that.
Ready?
Yeah.
And dude,
I
Little.
don't know why it's not worth $4.
It was so little. When Chris pulled that out of the bag, I was like, you know, I was completely
You
gobsmacked.
could get one of those.
My goodness.
puppy alert.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Came back in, highly alert.
Alert, puppy alert. What are you thinking about getting into? Chris's quesadilla?
If you touch that, it'll be the last thing you ever touch, bud.
Nuh-uh, Mommy gonna give it to him. Mommy said he needs it.
You're a funny puppy.
He thinks he's a Chihuahua. He loves Mexican food. He's awful
I don't
big
want
for a
him to find out
Chihuahua.
he likes steak
What are
quesadillas,
you
though.
doing, Dad?
He says, what's not to like? What's
Looks like
not to
offended.
like?
You saw that, right?
It's steak and cheese inside a tortilla.
Wolf is like,
Yeah, but
Oh, and to my friend, Rick, if you're watching this, thank you for your card the other day. I bought a card for you. I'm going to have to pop it in the mail pretty soon. I'm so bad about getting it mailed out, you know? That, and I want to write a little letter and stick in, I'm writing you a little letter, and stick in it, and I just have to do that on my computer because my handwriting is so bad. It is so bad.
You got a
Hello.
way
I
to
can
go.
vouch for that.
What?
You got a way to go.
I got
Heck,
Mom
I
beat.
have to
She doesn't
carry
believe
my
me.
glasses and stuff to read my own
Dawn
writing.
Gamma, it's too big for you.
I don't care how big I write, you can't read it.
Yeah. Turns into a scroll when you do that. That's it.
Hold on.
I think hers is what they originally coined the word chicken scratch for.
Mine's bad.
Yep.
Should have been a doctor, that's how bad it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Today's Wednesday, right?
Right.
Okay. Come back and join us again on Friday. Things will probably be a little bit calmer. Then again, maybe not. You don't know with this bunch. And
Yep, we're a wonderful band of misfits.
while you're enjoying yourself, listen to Culture Club,
Oh, no, I
Karma
don't-
Chameleon. We just
I don't
heard
think
that
they'll
in the
listen
car.
to that.
We're going down the road singing. And I tell the kids, like I tell them every time we hear it, I say, oh, that, and your nanny loved that song. That was her favorite Boy George song. And she liked the video too, which is true. She really did. And Anyway, it put me in a mood, so listen to it. Maybe it'll put you in a good mood too. In the meantime, gonna get off here. Talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.